All right, this is in your level 2B technique in artistry, page 38 and 39. This is the Grand Waltz in F. This is your last technique piece. The first thing I want to look at is measure 11. It's the one that gives you the option of the bottom one or the top one. The bottom one you are going to take in 3/4, 3 beats per measure. So third finger on that E. It would be 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and. You'll notice that the top one are a lot more notes, and it says to play freely. So you're just going to play basically that scale going down without doing any of the counting. So that's going to be on your IC, third finger, and that's the third finger, fifth finger. So So there's no counting on this one because there's obviously a lot more notes, but they are actually eighth notes, but we're just going to play it freely. So. Okay, so pick either one. Either one is just fine. We are in the F major. We have 1 B flat. The thumb is going to be on your F. Lay your fingers out. Your left hand pinky is going to start on that bass C. So it starts off with the pedal down with a nice light thumb. 1 and 2 and 3 and a little bit louder. 1 and 2 and 3 and a little bit louder. 1 and 2 and 3 and then. Okay. And that, like forte, does have a fermata, so you can hold it for as long as you want. And then you're going to go ahead and, as you're holding that, you can go ahead and let go because we're going to be moving our hands for the measure 5. So F, and then your right hand's going to be on that treble C. Let me go ahead and just make sure you have the left hand. So it's just a nice up-down waltz. So down, up, down, up. Thanks for doing that. Down, and then your staccatos or your C and E, even though they're not staccatos, we can give them a little staccato sound. Up, down, up, up. Fourth finger on G for measure 7. B flat and C. And then stretch your pinky to E. Then B and C, B flat C. Then back to the F. Then B and D. And then B and middle C. It goes back to F, A and C. Okay. Let me go ahead and give you measures 5 through 12 with your right hand. So balance between the hands. So 1 and 1, 2, 1, 2. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and measure 7. 2 and 3 and 1. Go up to your G and 1 and 2 and 3 and then C, F, C. 1 and 2 and 3 and fingers 2 and 4, measure 10. D, F. 1 and 2 and 3 and I'm just going to play it as written. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and put my hands together for just measures 5 through 13. Okay. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2, 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2, 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and. Okay. If you were to play the top part for measure 11, it would look like this. I'm going to start measure 10. Okay, either one's fine. Let's go ahead and take a look at measure 13 to the dies al fine. You'll notice that you have the repeat symbol, so you will play 13 to the end and then go back to 13 and repeat. You'll notice that it's a forte and at the repeated piano. So your left hand is at that low C. So it is an accent. And then you can play that G. And the fourth finger's already there. G, E, pedal, going back to your low C, that accent, come back up to your G, D. Okay. Right hand is not doing a whole lot. You have your F, G, and A, E, G, and C. Okay. And then the last note is just for E and C. So not a whole lot going on with your right hand. So this is what it looks like put together. Now, the repeat, we talked a little bit about how pianists often do something just a little bit different at the repeat. For this one, we're going to take it at piano. Nice and soft. Now, another way that you can make it a little bit different than the first is at the repeat, you can play your right hand an octave higher, or you can bring both hands an octave higher. So this is what that would look like. So the repeat, you kind of choose how you would like to make it just a little bit different than the first time you played it. Now, after you do that whole repeat, it says dies al fine. That means you're going to go to the sign. And our sign is right here. So we're going to go back to the sign, not to the beginning, go back to the sign, and play all the way to the fine. Okay? So I'll go ahead and show you that transition. Let's start at measure 17. And that is the Grand Waltz in F. Go back, and it's allegro, so just definitely start off at like 80 to 100 hands separately, and then work your way up to that 120 to 160 beats per minute. And also put a YouTube video of this being played on your band also.